Welcome back to the lab, you magnificent test subjects. I've got a question for you. What do you do when your brilliant business idea is failing and you're about to crash harder than my diet on donut day?
Okay, so you're in a really tough spot. You've got this incredible concept, right? But your bank account is screaming, the credit cards are totally maxed out, and every single door you knock on just gets slammed in your face. So do you give up? No way.
You start selling overpriced breakfast cereal.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard me. Stick around, because today we are talking about how the founders of a little company called Airbnb saved themselves by literally gluing cardboard boxes together.
And we are going to break down how doing these stupid, unscalable things is actually the secret weapon to your success. I know, it sounds totally counterintuitive, but it is pure genius.
All right, let's get into it.
Okay, let's hop in the time machine and go all the way back to the prehistoric year of 2008. The entire economy is basically melting down, and this little startup called Air Bed and Breakfast, yeah, I know, catchy name, is failing. And I mean failing hard.
So you've got the founders, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, and they have maxed out every single credit card. They are $40,000 in the hole, and their diet consists of leftover ramen noodles. They are desperate, and they're sitting around thinking, how on earth do we get cash, like, right now?
And, like all great tech geniuses, they decided the answer wasn't better code. Nope, it was politics and carbohydrates. This is where the story gets really, really good.
So it was the 2008 election season, Obama versus McCain. The whole country was buzzing, the hype was at a fever pitch. And so, sitting there in their ramen-fueled apartment, they get this absolutely crazy idea. Let's buy tons of cheap, generic grocery store cereal and just repackage it.
They actually designed these novelty boxes themselves. You had Obama O's, the breakfast of change, and on the other side, Captain McCain's, a maverick in every bite. It was super clever, it was timely, and it was completely and utterly absurd.
But listen, this was not some slick factory operation, not even close. The real story here isn't even about the cereal itself. It's about the raw, unfiltered hustle and the signal that hustle sent to the rest of the world.
Now you have to understand this. They were in their apartment, manually folding every single cardboard box and using a hot glue gun until their fingers were practically bleeding, just stuffing cheap oats into these fancy boxes. This was pure, unglamorous manual labor.
And here's the kicker. You ready for this? They sold them for $40 a box. Woo! $40 for cereal that probably tasted like cardboard dust. I mean, the audacity alone is just incredible.
And guess what? People actually bought it. They made $30,000 in cash, and it was just enough to keep the servers running and the lights on. It literally saved the company from just poof disappearing overnight.
But the cash was just the start. The real payoff came a little bit later, when they were in a meeting with the legendary investor Paul Graham. Now, he hated their idea of sleeping on air mattresses. Hated it. But as they were leaving, they showed him the cereal boxes and told him the story. And that's when everything changed. Graham looked at them and said this.
So here's the most crucial point. He invested, not because their code, not because their business plan. He invested because of their grit. That cereal box hustle was all the proof he needed that they would do whatever it took to survive.
So what in the world does this mean for you? It means stop waiting around for the perfect system. In the beginning, you have to do the manual, the ugly, the unglamorous work to prove that your idea has legs. So here it is, your 3-step lab protocol to apply this strategy to your life starting today.
This is the core concept right here. It's all about getting your hands dirty. It's about prioritizing direct feedback and building momentum over having these perfect automated systems when you're just getting started.
First up, we've got the manual override. Stop trying to automate everything before you've even begun. You want to be a YouTuber? Great! Stop researching a million different cameras and just film something on your phone today. Do the work that doesn't scale so you can learn what actually works.
Next up is what I call the hot glue prototype. Remember, Airbnb cereal boxes were literally hot glued together. Your first attempt at anything, a new project, a side hustle, it should feel like it's held together with hot glue and a little bit of hope. Just get the ugly version out there.
And this quote just captures the idea perfectly. If you wait for perfection, guess what? You're going to wait forever. Launching that imperfect version gives you real-world data and feedback that you cannot get any other way. And finally, you have to send the hustle signal. Paul Graham invested because that cereal sent a signal. It said, "We will do whatever it takes not to die." So what signal are you sending?
Are you just waiting for permission, or are you proving you're gritty enough to glue some boxes together until you win?
Look, the perfect time to start? It doesn't exist. But you know it does? Hot glue guns. So I'm going to leave you with this question. What's your cereal box? What scrappy, unscalable thing can you do right now to start your experiment and prove you are in the game to win? Now go hustle.
Join the lab. If you're tired of polite business advice, hit that subscribe button.